It's four-wheel drive short course presented by Rcsigunp.com. Out on the track, Teddy Davis set TQ after 2 rounds of qualifying. So Teddy is actually running a Mugen chassis that he has converted over to short course. That's the e-buggy chassis he's worked on. Got Gene Shrout right now running in that number 2 spot there directly behind him. I think Gene is running a Techno chassis, as S-Works, I know, does not make a four-wheel drive short course at all. Teddy Davis and Gene Shrout working the doubles back there in the back section of the track. A-main number 1 out on the track. Remember, guys, if you have problems in A-main number 1, don't sweat it. You can still win the overall in A-main number 2. It ain't easy, but it can definitely be done. Teddy Davis and Gene Shrout. Oh, no problems there for Teddy on the double-double. New race leader going to be Gene Shrout Jr. to the top of the leaderboard. Gene running really close to the inside of that pipe where he found a clean line. Teddy getting a little bit squirrely on that first double over here on the left-hand side. Got a little daylight now beginning to shine between 1 and 2. Rodley Torres from 8th on the starting grid up to the number 3 spot. Vincent Sorbrini working the 4. Thomas McGrath in the 5. Sean Alfonso in the 6. Josh Fitzdomi in the 7. Henry Clafford in the 8. Mark Burt in the 9. Bart holding on to the 10. Gary Teeter in the 11. Santiago in the 12. And KJ Anderson in the number 13 spot. You're a minute 50 down. 6:10 left to go here in this 8-minute four-wheel drive short course A-main. Race number 17, 40-plus E-Buggy. You're coming up next, gentlemen. Still got a long ways to go here, guys. Long ways to go. We'll be done right at about 11 o'clock. We're just a hair ahead of schedule, but not by much. We're scheduled to be done right at about 11:20, 11:23, somewhere right around there. Let's see where we're going to finish up at. Had a much longer than anticipated break in between the mains as we did the track repair. All right, you're 2:30 down, 5:30 left to go. Four-wheel drive short course right now out on the track. It's Gene Shrout Jr. still with the race lead. It's Gene and Teddy separated by 1.2 seconds. Josh Fitzdomi now works his way back up in that number 3 spot. Josh with a very fast Techno short course.
5 minutes left.
As he was down to the 7th spot, he has now battled his way all the way back up into that number 3. Vincent Sorbrini holding on to the number 4. Here comes your leaders across start-finish line. Gene Shrout right now running the body provided by Patrick Rossiter. Finds himself out in front. Rossiter has now foregone the four-wheel drive short course division as he moved over to the Pro Nitro Truggy class. Gene Shrout right now running number 2 in the points and finds himself out in front here in A-main number 1 of round number 3. It's Gene Shrout coming across the line now. 5 seconds up on Teddy Davis. Josh Fitzdomi now back 5.1 seconds of Teddy. Let's see what that gap's going to be when they come back to the line. That gap now down to 4.9 seconds. Vincent Sorbrini in the number 4 spot. 7 seconds back of the 3. Mark Burke holding on to the number 5. 6.9 seconds back of the 4. Rodley Torres now going to move into the number 5. Thomas McGrath climbs to the 6. Mark Burke falling down the leaderboard right now in that number 7 spot. KJ Anderson going to move up to that 7. There's your race leader coming across the line. Last time by, he was 4 seconds up. Teddy Davis going to close the gap, but now Teddy Davis has a bumper full of Josh Fitzdomi as Josh only 1/10 of a second back from the number 2.
3 minutes left.
With just over 2 minutes left to go, Gene Shrout right now with 6/10 of a second lead up on Josh Vomi. Teddy Davis holding on to the 3.
Two minutes left.
All right, you got a minute 40 left to go, minute 40 remaining. Josh Vomi now with the race lead. Teddy Davis in number 2. Gene Shrout falls down to the 3 as our top 3 has a little bit of problem here. Oh, so a little bit of problems here, unfortunately, for Vincent Sabrini. Remember, guys, if you have a problem in A1, don't sweat it. You can still make a win overall in A2.
One minute left. Forty-five seconds left.
Teddy Davis right now with the race lead last time by the line. Josh Vomi was holding on to the number 2 spot. Looks like there has now been a pass for the race lead. That white and pink short course belonging to Josh Vomi out in front. 30 seconds left to go.
Fifteen seconds left.
Gene Shrout upside down, running in at number 3. Alrighty, guys, race clock has expired. It's going to be, looks like Josh Vomi holding on for that top spot as he's now opened up a comfortable gap here on Teddy Davis. Here comes Vomi over here again in that white and pink. He is your race leader. Josh Vomi having a good run here this weekend. He's already got him one podium finish.
Thomas McGrath done.
And now he's going to guarantee himself, no matter what happens in A2, he will finish first or second. Nobody will be able to take that away from him. Teddy Davis going to come home 2. Gene Shrout going to finish up in the 3. Waiting on Teddy. There we go. Waiting on Santiago. There we go, guys. That's a race. 1. All right, racers ready. Marshall's ready. Everybody's going to go on the tone here in less than 5. All right, we are off and running. It is 4-wheel drive short course. A main number 2 out on the track. So Josh Vomi took the win in A main number 1. See what he can do here in A main number 2. Teddy not going to make it easy after he set TQ from 2 rounds of qualifying. Gene Shrout finished up in that number 3 spot. Teddy with the number 2 in A main number 1. If you finish first in either one, you're guaranteed first or second. It'll come down to a tiebreaker. There's Teddy going to lead on lap number 1. Oh, no, Teddy going to get it wrong here in the straightaway as he was trying to avoid that big hole that's opened up. 4-wheel drive short course out on the track. Right now it's a 4-car. Nope, take that back. Now it's a 3-car breakaway. Vincent Sabrini coming across the line in the 4. Thomas McGrath in the 5. Roadley in that number 6. Gary Teeter in that 7. Henry Clappert in the 8. Bard in that number 9. Santiago in the 10. KJ in the 11. Mark Burt in the 12. Gary Clappert in the 13. Sean Alfonso not making a start in the 14. Race number 25 currently on the track. Minute 15 down, 6:45 left to go. Teddy Davis still leading the way. Gene Shrout holding on that number 2. And Josh Vomi in the 3. Oh no, Teddy gets it all wrong in the back section of the track. Going to have to be marshaled. Oh, he's hung up on the wall and the pipe going to fall down to the 3 spot. Gene Shrout now up into the race lead. Gene finished in that number 3 in A main number 1. Right now leading the way, you got Josh Vomi just behind him. That's a pair of Technos right now running 1 and 2. Oh no, Vomi going to roll it upside down. That's going to give a little bit of breathing room here now to Gene. Gene coming across the line, moves to the top of the leaderboard. Josh in that number 2 spot, 2.5 seconds back. Teddy Davis holding on number 3 as Vincent Sabrini now climbs to that number 4 spot. Sabrini goes for a little bit of a tumble. Teddy's now with a breathing room. Thomas McGrath going to close the gap up in the 5 with 2:15 down, 5:45 left to go. Race number 26, 40-plus E-Buggy. A-main number 2 coming up next. 5:30 left to go, 5:30 remaining. All right, you're 3 minutes down, 5 minutes left to go.
Five minutes left.
Gene Shrout, Josh Vomi last time by the line, only separated by 1 second. Looks like we now have a pass for the race lead. That's going to push Josh Vomi out in front. Gene Shrout down to that number 2 spot. Teddy Davis, nope, take it back. Vincent Sabrini to the number 3. Teddy Davis in the 4. Race number 26 going to be coming up next. We'll do all of our electric podium picks after race number 31. All of our electric podium picks after 31.
Four minutes left.
4 minutes down, 4 minutes left to go. Josh Vomi with a 3-second lead here up on Gene Shrout, who's in that number 2 spot. Vincent Sabrini in the number 3. Teddy Davis working the 4. Thomas McGrath 5. Gene right now 3 seconds back at Josh for the top spot. Josh looking to secure the title overall for winner here in round number 3 of the Florida RC Championship Series presented by J Concepts. Right now, your Techno driver, Josh Vomi, out in front with a 2.5-second lead up on Gene Shrout. Vincent Sabrini now works his way into the number 3. He is only 36 hundredths of a second back of Gene.
Three minutes left.
3 Josh Vomi right now with a 2.5-second lead up on Gene Shrout, who's in that number 2 spot. Vincent Sabrini still working in number 3. Sabrini still maintaining pressure on. Oh no, Gene goes a little wide in the corner. Oh no, and it's going to be Vincent Sabrini with a rollover. Turn marshal's right there to grab him. Brooke Walford with the backup right there for Juan Serna.
Two minutes left.
All right, Josh Vomi right now with a 3.8-second lead up on Gene Shrout, who's in the number 2. Vincent Sorbrini 3. Teddy Davis in the 4. Teddy Davis right now 33 hundredths of a second back of that 3 spot. .90 seconds left to go here in race number 26. Teddy Davis and Vincent Sorbrini change positions as Vincent falls down to the 4. Josh Vomi right now in that number 1. Gene Shrout holding on number 2. 1 minute left to go. 1 minute remaining.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Time winding on down. Our night here almost in the books.
45 seconds left. 30 seconds left.
Only 30 seconds left to go here. Josh Vomi in the Techno chassis on the J Concepts tires falls down to the number 2 spot as Gene Shrout now takes back over the race lead.
15 seconds left.
It's going to come down to a tiebreaker if it stays this way. 10 seconds left to go. Josh now closed within 0.8 of a second behind Gene as the race clock expires.
Vincent Sorbrini done. Rodolfo Torres done. KJ
Working
Anderson
over
done.
here. Through the drop down, it looks like Josh has made the pass on Gene. Yes, he has.
Gary Teeter done.
Josh in that white and pink Techno.
Teddy Davis done.
Teddy Davis is going to come home in that number 4.
Thomas
Vincent
McGrath
Sorbrini
done.
with a good drive and
Santiago
finish up in
Botero
that
done.
number 3 spot.
Done.
Here comes your race winner, and overall, Josh
Joshua
Vomi
Vomi
back
done.
to the line as he takes the win here in
done.
MA number 2. Gene Shrout going to come home in that number 2 spot. Again, guys, I will do all podium picks for all the electric classes after the completion of race 31.
Henry Clapper